What it do, baby? Sauce Factory. All right. You ain't gonna even hold you long. All right, let's kick it off with this goal. Right? So, still gonna do the weekly opening range. You already know we got the weekly high, week low, right? Get y'all already know. Boom, boom, boom. So you clearly see gold tested the high, but it haven't broken. So let's get down to that 1 hour chart. Let's talk about it. Because gold has some nice little setups this week, right? Boom. So Thursday put in a weekly high. Came back on Monday to retest the high, right? All right. So what you if you gotta ask, you already know retest. Okay, retest. It retested the high on Monday. All right. So with that, we already know what happened on Friday. Friday they just couldn't quite get there. All right. So paying attention to that. Friday closing price. I'm gonna drag that across the board. So technically you got your first red day on Thursday price close. Right. So you see how they tried to crack it, but couldn't quite get there, right? So that right there is gonna set you up. You like, okay, cool. We seen them go trading below. Then at the last minute, last couple hours in the market, they closed below Friday price, closed below Thursday price, would set you up nicely, right? So coming into Asian Open Monday, right? It was our Friday price close. Price comes up, test the high, don't crack the high. Just test it. Just touch it, whatever. Not tracking this, right? So all I'm doing is tracking this. Boom. This how smooth it was, right? I was in chilling at the gym, and this one I got them for the first go, right? So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Monday price close, price trading below. I had my 20. I'm watching them, and I say, man, price closing below. They already failed to get the high with this big elephant candle here, creating a rejection block, right? So that's why I always look at these. When you get these large body candles like this, I'm only going to draw this block to right there because that's why I'm looking at the price they trade into, right? So they get mid range there, failing to break the high because they couldn't do it on this candle. They just balancing this candle out, right? So as soon as I seen them happening, I'm like, all right, cool. Let me get in there. Stop loss top. Consolidation at a level. Anytime you get that consolidation at a level, something is going to fail. 9 out of 10, it's gonna be that asset, right? They're gonna fail. It is what it is. So that's what I was looking to crack them at. I'm in there for the long ride. I already knew, like, hey, what's my low, right? I'm looking for the Monday low. Just here. Great target. I always target the previous day lows. That's all I was looking for. Day low. You go ahead and mark those high lows. Get your daily range. They'll let you know where price is trading at, right? So I already know that's Friday level. Then you got your Friday low right there, right? Because if they're gonna do a range expansion, they're gonna take out these levels. Here, you got to know these things. You don't know now, you know, right? So when you mark out the Friday low high, price gonna take either or, right? Because as we look here, it's Friday high. Start the week off. What they do, they sweep the Friday high. Couldn't get past the Thursday high of the week range that was put in on Thursday. So what they do, they start filling and start breaking down. With a simple that's moving average, just to kind of trace price, track it, whatever you want to do with it, right? Just kind of follow along. But once they start breaking down, I'll start targeting these lows. I'm like, hey, we in that thing. But my target was here because that was 173 ticks. So from right here, probably my entry. I'm looking at it like that. So I had a target of 173. So when they broke down, I risked 44 ticks for the stop, 173 for the take profit, and I was smooth with it because I knew for sure they'll hit this overnight, which they did bounce, and they gave up more, but I ain't greedy. That's more than enough for me. You know what 172 ticks to do for you. You'll be happy too. You feel me? So yeah. So once they did that, that's our range expansion to the downside. They running away from the highs. Then all we're gonna do is keep tracking. That's all you have to do is keep tracking price. That's all I want to do is just track price. I ain't trying to be fancy with this. I ain't trying to do nothing extra. I'm just tracking the price. Track, track, track. Right? By tracking the price, and then you're gonna know what's gonna happen, right? They're gonna come back rebalancing to this. Okay, great. Where's my pivot point? So if you really want to get that, you want to say, well, all right, what's the highest candle in this range? Just this one. And I'm gonna go down to this low. So if you're watching it, especially coming to the market first thing in the morning, right? This happened to happen in the Asian market when the retracement was done. So this Tuesday, in the Asian of Tuesday going into Wednesday market, they come to the 618, rebalance this candle here. We good. We clear now, right? So they rebalance the candle. Bing. Everything happy with the universe. All things good. They rebalance that. Come to the 618, 65% retracement, and then price start falling again, right? Start rejecting. Hovering around your Tuesday closing price in the New York. And once you start getting to that 8 o'clock hour, guess what? They took a nice little fall, right? But they did recover. So let's drop down to intraday time frame. So this is how I would have went with my trade. I already know we bearish. We already went to the 618. We hovering around the 50% at this moment, right? So 7 o'clock, New York, market is consolidating. You only got two places to go. You're high right there, so that's your stop. Or you can put your stop right up in here. So let's mark that out. Say you take that low. So you can go to that high or you can just catch a high like that. Simple. I'll try to target the lows, but we didn't quite get there, right? But I like to go for at least 100 ticks. If I can get more, great. Because I know for sure to back to zero, that's 277, right? But I know for sure in some cases it couldn't go there, but I'm happy with 100 ticks. I ain't too greedy, right? So I probably would have been out right there. But if I probably would have pushed it, see if I could have got more. But I'm cool with that. You can get it, cool. If not, it is what it is. Because you was trying to be greedy. This what happened. Reversal hit, right? Peak. Got here, build consolidation, and took back out to the upside. That's why you want to be too greedy because stuff like that can happen. You never know what can happen when you get down into these lower levels. As you see, price got here. Now we can assume they build a block right here and they looking to turn this into a buying range, or it could be a level where they're going to break through because they came down, touched here before, had an extreme reaction, came down again, touched around 23% of the retracement level, right, and bounced back to the 618. Now, will they break this? It's a possibility. I've seen it happen before. Or will they use this as a support level and continuing bouncing price, and we're gonna go make some highs and get back up into this higher block that was put in at the beginning of the week, tested at the beginning of the week, set in last week, right? So you just want to keep your eyes on stuff like that. That's gold. Yeah, just keep your eyes on that. But definitely it had some great trades on gold this week, especially the open range of the week was some great trades. I like them, love them, rocked out on them, right? Kept that smooth. Now let's slide over to ES. I'm gonna go straight to the 1 hour chart because I already got the high low marked up. And the funny thing about it was we didn't really clean up this chart, right, from last week. And it proves a point of what I was talking about. If you seen last week episode, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I put this here. I said, hey, this our level. Whoa, that's a consolidation. I extended the solid consolidation range out a little bit more, but pretty much textbook because that's all I'm looking for to break right there. Boom, retest and come on down, right? It's last Wednesday. Selling last South Factory was talking about this. So what happened on Thursday? They broke the range, came back in Friday, failed to get past. They rebalanced the candle, right? So once they rebalance that fair value gap, put the block there. Boom, inside the gap. Rebalance, cheese slid out the crack. It's over. That's setting us up for the rest of that bear week, right? Set us up for the rest of the bear week. So we already know, like once again, like I tell you, track your price. If you don't know where the market is going, just track price and it'll help you stay on task. And what they target was the low of the previous low of last week, which they took out. No, Gucci, whoop. They take that low out. Now we got a range expansion to the downside. Nvidia had earnings this week. It was pretty much today. Of course, they did well. We already know that, but you know, they playing games. Look at back over to Nvidia. See what they're doing in post market. They need to stop playing my shares. They're gonna let me get those discounted shares, or they're gonna run it back. Yeah, they down 1 point. That ain't nothing. They barely down 1 point. So even though they beat, come on now, it's Nvidia. Of course they did well. But the market behaved in crazy ways. Some people fell at their earnings and go off to the moon. Some people pass, hit the dirt. Doesn't matter. It's type. But yeah, I think what it is, most people probably taking profits, trying to get some of that downside action going. That way they can break in some of them high levels they was pushing Nvidia to because it was kind of getting a little crazy. But yeah, well, like I told you, back market price out. And I'm telling you, this stuff is simple enough. So simple. Mark the price, track it. If they plan around the closing price of the previous day, that's why we mark it out, right? The closing price of the New York market, that's why we mark this candle. If price is playing around that level and it's failing to get to the highs, and you already know in a higher time frame traders are trading down. So when you find those low hanging fruit opportunities, or you see where the market's starting to break down, take your entries and take advantage. Don't get greedy, but take your entries and take advantage, right? And don't get naive and say like, hey, the market going to keep going down because we do have to have reversal days. We do have to have green days in the market. It's just how it is. It's how the game goes. I don't make the rules. It's how it goes. Like today, you seen the trend was popping up for the rest of the day. Pretty much the market bulled up. And then it started coming back down later in the evening time when the market started heading back to the downside. But they did have to pull up one day. Bulls balled it up, rebalance some price, and trading back down. That's how it goes. It's cut, dry, simple. It don't get too crazy. A lot of things don't get that crazy, right? But you have to have the bandwidth to sustain not taking a counter trend trade. I know it's very tempting. I know a lot of people love doing it, but you have a better go at it if you trade with the trend, track your price, do your due diligence. You don't have to make this complicated. I like to make it simple and easy. I like to have discipline. If you don't have none, find something. It's that simple. Don't have none, find it. Now I will say I did get my head lopped off today. Not too bad on this Russell. Let me go to the weekly. Because I seen this pattern on Sunday. It's head and shoulders. And I'm like, let's go, baby. As soon as the week opened up, they cracked it. Let's get to that 1 hour chart. They cracked it on Tuesday. I get my alert. I said, okay, well, this past my trading hour when they hit the low. My alert was sitting right there at the neckline. They broke it. Then today roll around. Oh man, I know this time. Today roll around, right? They playing around, pop, bounce back up. I got caught in this little consolidation because I was being greedy. Because you know how many ticks in his damn head and shoulders, you would have done it too. I said, I gotta shoot a shot. I got to. He smoked. I smoked like some king too. It was a small position because I knew it was gonna run and I could have ate. But yeah, they got they got you, bro. It is what it is. I take my L's. Take my L's on the chin, keep rocking. We smooth out here. We be back. We back tomorrow, next week, whenever. We got a set up. We gonna take it. We don't got one. We chilling. That's it. So, yeah. Got any questions? Anybody got any charts I want to bust down real quick? I keep going. You got, last week I showed y'all about that crude oil. It plays out like a champ. This stuff rinse and repeat. This last week chart, I didn't clean this chart up like I normally do before we start recording, right? But you see how it goes, right? Boom. Go up, boom, boom, boom. What happened? Rinse and repeat. They steady going down. Same flow. We already been bearish. They said it is following the same trend. So you just follow the trend your friend. You don't have to remake it. You don't have to guess. You don't have to get crazy with it. Oh, this is what I was talking about, right? So see how they bounced here once, came back, crashed through. Now this block is no longer good. It's trash. They broke through that breaker now. Trash block. And it's kept on crashing out. So keep that in your mind. I ain't gonna, I have to keep preaching. It was simple this week. Everything broke down. So,